as well. So, on to the next session. So where's David and Chris? Okay, you'll be pleased to know, guys, this section of the roundup of the day was scheduled for 45 minutes. We're going to do it in 10. Challenge accepted. Do you think we can do it in 10, guys? We'll stand up as well to keep the energy. So welcome back to the stage, Chris from Springboard, and new to the stage, David at MEWS. Collection of microphones.
Thank you.
So what we thought we would do in our 10 minutes, challenge accepted, is just kind of summarize the day. But first of all, thank you to everyone for your time. We know how busy you are, and speaking to many of you, like whether it's budget season, whether it's RFIs with tech vendors, we know to come in here for a day is, you know, a lot out of your day. So we hope it's been really useful and beneficial and you've got some key takeaways. But to help with that, I thought, why not ask David, who's been taking really good notes across all the sessions, and he's going to provide a little bit of a summary of the main takeaways from the great panelists, the case studies, the great spotlights that we've had. No pressure, David.
And a test, right?
And a test, yeah. So on a serious note, though, what would you kind of say are the main takeaways? Because there's been a lot of great content to take in and absorb.
I was telling a few of the other people, this could have been a MEWS conference or event because a lot went on data, data connectivity, sharing data, and security. And we believe that's one of the basics to have a good strategy on anything, but especially on guest experience. My advice would be to you guys up front when hearing all of this and also the challenges, if you have systems that do not integrate or they're not standardized or they're charging a massive fee to do integrations, just get rid of it because it will hold you back a lot. The other thing that I expected to learn and see is the two letters of AI. Mm-hmm. I did not expect to hear the two letters QR as often as I did today. So QR, anybody knows what it stands for?
Good question, actually.
No. Quick response. So invented in 1992, 94 by Toyota, I think. So something for warehouses. It had no meaning. I was in digital marketing in the hotel industry as well. We had no idea what to do with it. Guests could click on it and it went to the website link. Amazing. You could do that, you know, somewhere else. But after COVID, this now becomes a thing. We have it in our products as well. Let me go through a bit of the sessions. And
all of them, please. All of them, we have 10 minutes.
Okay. So I must say, I was really impressed with the first case. Eva of Numa, I'm not sure if she's still here, but this was really impressive. And she nails it on many different levels. What does the modern guest need? She talked about innovation, about testing, a bit of failing, optimizing, and then scaling. That is really the MEWS story. And she's not here, but I have no idea why we're not working with that company, because that's really us as well.
I think it was one of the questions I wanted to ask her is that concept, will we see that enter the luxury segment at some point? And I thought it was really interesting with Rosewood, you know, and the lady mentioned her time at Savoy as well, you know, completely digitalizing the guest experience. So I think maybe that luxury traditional hotels like the Savoy, we could see more sort of transformation there.
Yeah, absolutely, and are you allowing your guests to choose, right? If you do everything digital, you don't allow them to choose.
No, we've got
do a hybrid model.
Yeah, and we've got robots rolling the halls of the Waldorf Astoria, so it can happen.
That's a good bridge to the next topic, because she could add one of the solstice from Robert, from Josh, right? Because that's the second way of delivering a towel to the room instead of the guests doing it themselves, but also very, very impressive. And I didn't know they could guide you to the room and sing a song either. The first panel, 6 really cool industry experts talking about operational efficiency through tech. At MEWS, we call this user disengagement. You don't want staff to look at the software and type in the keyboard and stare at the screen. You want them to engage with the guests. So that's really how we develop our products as well. Get rid of the annoying tasks, the repetitive ones. And it's not just to get rid of people. but you need people doing something different that makes an impact.
And that was the panel. I have the notes on my black book, which is on the table over there. But some of the statistics was insane. The amount where digital, I think it was digital dining, where it increased their food orders online by 68% and the average order size by 25%. I mean, that was fantastic.
That was really cool. And then the next session, well, that was you, Chris, right? I mean, you know how it went, but talking about future of hotels and people and coaching talent, giving people a chance, education. That's us, MEWS, as well. We have our MEWS University. We do other, things besides than what you guys are doing, but very important and really well done on that.
Charles, a question from Charles.
Me neither. We have 1,100 partners we work with, so I was also surprised that Springboard was not one of them. But
1,101 now.
There you go. It's signed.
It's your work done.
I know. RBH, Steven, the day after tomorrow, right? That was the first slide. 52 hotels, and I think as many logos as I've seen on that presentation. That was massive. But very important of having and measuring your ESG goals. So very well done for sharing what you're doing and what still needs to improve. I think that was very good to hear.
And I think with RBH's takeaway, and maybe I've been privileged to sit in many of your GM's conferences, but what was evident today as well is that you really have to do it to be authentic, not just to cut costs, not just for pretty marketing messages. So yeah, the data that you shared was really useful for us to make sure that we are doing the right thing. We live on the world. We should look after it.
We do. Next one, Jonathan with Verdi Hotels, also very cool, a new brand. You can make all the choices that you want. That would be amazing for many hoteliers today, if you can just reset and choose the best of anything. New start, new guests, customer-centric, data-driven, digitally led, very interesting word cloud, personalized booking engine to start the customer journey, as far as I understood.
Well, that's James from Oblo over there.
Really
so
cool, really nicely done.
And also with Verdi, Jonathan had to leave, it's budget season, but I mean, anyone opened a hotel in the room? Okay, imagine opening 5 new properties in 3 different European locations in a time of 4 months. What he's done is absolutely insane. So if anybody's looking for advice on how to open hotels, he's your go-to man because the growth of that chain's been crazy.
Yeah, really cool. Next one, Zenio, sustainability improvements in action at the Iberostar, if I remember correctly. Wow, I learned a lot in that session. It was really entertaining, actually. Reducing your energy during operational hours, 90%, right? That's where you need to make the impact and the effort. Only 10% in the building. And the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning is the #1, and it's not the lights. Although you maybe see it differently here.
Yeah. David, I'm impressed with your note taking, but
I know.
We're running out of time, so
the next one is even more funnier. Okay. Jean-Philippe from Alcatel-Lucent, he was hungry for lunch, right? He's 100 years old, at least that's what I understood. Not feeling well, but to make guests happy, it's kind of maybe the boring one because it's all the way back of house, but the IT infrastructure needs to run, and it needs to run 24/7. So it was really good and impressive to see what they're all doing, and everything just operating very good. He was very enthusiastic. He just doesn't want an English breakfast, which is remember. And the next panel, 5 experts talking about marketing strategy, guest experience. Were you on that one? Was it? Yeah, okay. Well, you can tell us more about that one again. But also very cool, collecting data, strategy goals, implement the call to action, and measure and improve.
No, I wasn't on that one. That was really good, that one.
Yeah, and the last takeaway was just be bold and probably remove Booking.com as an OTA. That was another element. I worked for Booking for 7 years. I won't tell them. And then it was lunch, and then another panel. Yeah. That must have been you, no or no? I don't know. You were on one of them.
Don't worry,
It doesn't
David.
matter.
I think that's
Leveraging data analytics. You were on there.
Yeah,
that was
this
you.
afternoon, hopefully we can all remember this afternoon's notes as it was only recently.
But very cool. Connecting
he wants
data
to go.
points.
Yeah.
360 view of guest
I
data.
did try.
This is where golden profiles came up. Really cool.
Yeah.
Key takeaway, how and where to begin. Some really good examples. And data security also came up there, which is really important.
Mm-hmm.
Then Grace and Stephen about the 4 deadly sins. It wasn't really 4, it was 12, right? And then you could make another mistake on a QR code, which was then the next one. Panel about the role of Wi-Fi, robotics, and AI. I mean, that was quite impressive as well. Not easy, but it's doable. Some really good choices to make. I fully agree with standardizing tech systems. Can't remember who said that, but yeah, if you need to replace your entire PMS and POS or other systems that don't integrate well, yeah, get rid of it.
So Charles, you don't need to worry about it sending out any takeaways or anything afterwards. We'll just send you David's notes. And he's covered a lot.
Finland up next as well. Only 3 days of 3 days of sun, right? Amazing.
Maybe
guy.
open the doors so we can see the bar. That might help.
Not working in events because you're going to get burned out. And then the final panel, we've seen it on sustainability strategies, very important. But we had that topic already.
David at MEWS. Thank you, David. That is like a summary of all summaries. Okay.
5 minutes, right?
It is. It was 5 minutes. And now we have the raffle. So, Chris, we're going to do the... Has everybody got their raffle tickets? Dig deep. Because what we don't want to happen is pulling out 50 different raffle tickets and nobody's here. So we've decided... We're only going to call out 5 numbers, and if nobody's got those numbers, then Charles will decide who gets the prize. Everyone agree?
But we want a winner in the room, that's right, yeah?
Yeah, if we don't have the winner in the room, because that could be a very long night.
Just to say a huge thank you to you all for supporting us today. We've raised £1,400 for Springboard, which is amazing. It's going to put... It'll put one person through a course at least, so thank you very much for your support, and a huge thanks to MEWS for sponsoring the raffle. But go on then, who's the winner? Are they still going to be...
1,400, that's incredible in a day's conference, that's awesome.
It's just that number, not
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's pink, I think that's important.
Yes, it is colour-coded.
661.
Hey!
Yay! So close.
Close.
Well, you can go to the bar first.
Come on up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. There you go.
Hey, what was your name?
Wendy from Kew Green. Kew Green.
So we hope we get a picture of you with your afternoon tea at Ferndale, and we'll stay up on stage and we'll get a picture with... That's a good point. Oh, thank you. Sorry, yeah.
We use MEWS in one of our hotels.
There you go.
It's like an awards ceremony. Okay. And then, so congratulations. Okay, guys. So I think, so first of all, big thank you to everybody in this room. Thank you so much for your time. And obviously today really would not have happened without this gentleman over here. So Charles, come on over. Yeah. Because, I mean, has anybody in the room ever, built their own conference and ran their own conference on their own? This man has today. So Charles, incredible work. There's been so much hard work. You've been chasing all of us. You're very persistent, and it's been really great. And we're really excited to see, you and Red Media continue to grow. And in Dubai, it's just going to get better and better. So we do have a little thank you to you and the whole of the Red team to say well done. Any words would you like to have?
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much, everyone. I couldn't have imagined, 6 months ago that I would achieve this. Thanks to my wife, who is here, for all the support. But it's been a tremendous journey. The guest experience, event was created at the back of the business name that we created, we wanted to be different within the industry. So the red is not a spelling mistake, R-E-D-D, but it's redefining experiences through digital dynamics. So we said we will connect the hotel industry with, enhancing experiences, and that's how we got into the hotel guest experience. And since then, no looking back. What we want to do is we want to create new opportunities for everyone involved. We've got great feedback today, but we've also got about 5-10% feedback that we have to work on. So we will come up with fresh perspective for the next event. And London will always be our home, our flagship event. So next year we come back with another great content, but we head next to Dubai as well. So plenty of opportunities for everyone involved. If you're good in speaking, you love writing, we would love to hear from you. Yes, and thank you so much. Let's enjoy the drink. And thank you again to all our sponsors, Philips, Solstice, we've got HM, Meeting Package, Alcatel, Zenio. I'm just trying to remember everyone, but I think I'm going to say everyone. So it was great. Thank you so much for the support.